So I just rounded up my exam, my first semester exam as a third year law student, and most of the videos I'm going to be making during this holiday are basically about my first semester examination. So for this video, I am going to be talking about my favorite course for the semester and why this course is my favorite course. I did 5 courses, 4 internal law courses and 1 external course that I did not write the exam. Yeah, I did not bother writing the exam. Okay, before we get into that, let's just talk about the 4 main law courses. The first one is commercial law, the second one is criminal law, the third one is oil and gas, and the fourth one is law of thoughts or thoughts. Exactly. And the fifth one, which is the external course, is the social psychology. We prepared very hard for this exam. In fact, this is because the lecturer told us that he was going to set hard questions for us because somehow my class, we ended up offending him and we refused to attend his, like, for 8 weeks that he taught us, we refused to attend most of his classes. Not like we as in part, but we are taking the responsibility for it. Okay, so many people missed his class and that got him infuriated. He even ended up calling our course advisor and telling the man that we refused to come to his class, blah 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 blah. So he said to make us pay for what we have done, he was going to set hard questions for us. So I ended up buying his textbook, which cost me about 5,000 naira. That 5,000 naira was taken out of difficulty. Okay, like I didn't have much with me, and I had to look for a way to raise 5,000 naira so I could buy myself a textbook for an exam that I did not end up writing. And that was because we got the information from the head of the faculty that there was no need for us to write the exam. So we only wrote our law exams. Anyway, let's start with the first course, which is commercial law. Commercial law, what I heard about commercial law was that commercial law is a very hard course, and the previous set before my set, somebody told me that their classmates, they underestimated the course. Okay, they underestimated the course. They thought it was going to be very simple. Half of the class got a carryover in that course. So I already knew that my enemy in this whole thing is commercial law. I did not enjoy the beginning of commercial law, right? And commercial law is divided into 2 parts. We have the Sale of Goods Act for the first semester, and then we have the Hire Purchase Act or Hire Purchase aspect for the second semester. So we did Sale of Goods Act 1893 for first semester. It was not close to being any good. I really did not enjoy the first part of the course, but the second part was okay. Next was criminal law. Criminal law, I thought criminal law was going to take the precedent. Like in my mind, it was going to be my most, I don't know, like the favorite of it all. But it wasn't what I was expecting in criminal law that I saw in criminal law. Maybe I was expecting something like how to get away with murder. But I did not get it. It wasn't giving that vibe. So I enjoyed the middle part of the whole lecture for about 8 to 10 weeks, but other parts I really did not enjoy it. Anyway, I didn't enjoy criminal law. Then for law of thought, it wasn't giving the vibe. I really also did not enjoy that law of thought. I did not. Topics we did in law of thought was trespass to person. I did enjoy trespass to person, okay, assault and battery, and maybe a little bit of false imprisonment, trespass to person, trespass to chattel, trespass to land, negligence, occupier's liability, animal liability. There's one particular topic I've forgotten. I think there were about 6 to 7 topics. So I just did not find anything interesting about law of thought. And the last course is oil and gas law. Now, oil and gas law is an elective, okay? There are 3 electives for us this third year. We have oil and gas, we have law of succession, and then you have environmental law. Now, law of succession should have been the elective to pick since I did customary law in my second year, but for some reason, I just ended up choosing oil and gas. There is nothing interesting about oil and gas. Let me just give it to you guys. Like, there is nothing interesting about oil and gas. The topics are simple, but they are bulky at the same time. But there is just nothing interesting about learning how Oil Works, or the Petroleum Industrial Act of 2021. You get the vibe, like it's just so boring. Okay, now let's talk about which of this courses happens to be my favorite. Let's drum roll first. Drum roll. Okay, so the course that happens to be my favorite is commercial law. I can't believe I'm saying this. Commercial law is my favorite course for this semester. Now, you do remember I mentioned earlier that the beginning of commercial law, I did not enjoy it. Yes, I did not enjoy the beginning of commercial law. Even my notes on commercial law, the first half of the whole class for the semester, it looks somehow, while for the second half it's just top notch. Okay, it only when we got to the second part where we started learning about the Sale of Goods Act, going into types of goods, the how property, transfer of property in goods, when does risks pass, section 20, section 18, 19, 20, 21, delivery, acceptance, all these things. I found the terms to be very exciting. I memorized a lot of these things. The cases were interesting as well, and then the way the lecturer taught this aspect to us, just, in fact, I understood it better. So I can't believe I'm saying commercial law is my favorite course for the semester, honestly. I can't believe. And the very part of commercial law is that Sale of Goods Act. That's very, right from transfer of property, from section 18 downwards. That's like interesting, majorly because of the way the lecturer taught it. And also I feel like I was very more receptive towards the teaching of the lecturer this time around than when it previously began. So commercial law happens to be my favorite course for this semester. Like I said I thought criminal law was going to be my first course to I'm going to fall in love with, but it turned out to be not the course I fell in love with. The reason why I thought I was going to choose criminal law at the end of the whole semester was because I do love crime. I do love getting into the dirty works and everything. I just like seeing things happen extraordinarily. I love reading the old crimes and cases and everything. I'm not a bad person, okay, but it's just something I love doing. So I felt like because I love crimes, so I should enjoy criminal law. But nah, it was just so boring. It was not giving the vibe. So yeah, commercial law happens to take the lead this time around in the first semester. For the second semester, I don't know, because we're going to be offering hire purchase instead of Sale of Goods Act as our course outline for second semester. So I don't know, by second semester everything might change, because I'm seeing something like terrorism in my criminal law, and I do love that aspect. So yeah, things might change. Criminal law might happen to be my favorite course for second semester, but for now it's just commercial law. So yeah, that's like the whole breakdown of my courses for the semester and the one I love the most. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.